There you go.
I look like a Java. I don't look like a Jedi.
Hello, Devoxx.
Hello.
Has everyone got a beer? Who wants a beer? Got a beer?
I have an alcoholic beverage.
If someone could go and grab a whole bunch of crates of beers and just put them around here, so if anyone wants another beer, they can have one. That would be awesome. So welcome to the closing keynote of Devoxx Belgium. You made it. So here doing the Java Council keynote is myself, Simon Maple. I'm a developer advocate for ZeroTurnaround and the founder of the virtualJUG.
Hi, I'm Martijn Verburg. Some of you will know me as a diabolical developer. I run a small company called JClarity.
I'm Trisha G. I'm a Java, Java champion, developer advocate. I work for JetBrains.
They do that really crappy IDE, don't they?
How rude.
First shot fired.
How rude. And we're sponsors too.
I won't hear that, Martijn, because IntelliJ is the best theme that Eclipse has ever had. Hands down.
And I'm so happy to be here this year too, because I had to miss it last year because I was giving birth at the time. Which is why I have to wear the stupid robe, because I had this for a whole year and never wore it because I couldn't come to any conferences.
That's a better excuse than a dog ate your homework.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty good.
And I'm kind of an add-on, Emmanuel Bernard. I'm appreciated and sometimes hated for the Hibernate stuff, I guess. But I'm also doing a French podcast, Les Cast Codeurs. So if you sort of understand French, there you go, one guy.
The one
I was about to say, we've got one
go.
French person in the audience. You represent, sir.
Yeah, the French
So
minority.
who was it that appreciated it?
Huh?
Who was it that appreciated
Hibernate?
Yeah.
Oh, who?
Are they here today?
So who hates Hibernate? Less people than I expected.
Well, okay.
People didn't hear the question.
This is the man you want to lynch.
Okay, so first of all, the beers. Sponsored by the virtualJUG. Lots of beers from the virtualJUG. If you're not a virtualJUG member, virtualjug.com.
Don't drink the beer.
Yeah, that's right. Don't stop. If you're not a virtualJUG member, can you please go out and put your beer back? Or go to virtualjug.com and join our amazing online community.
Are they virtual beers?
They are real beers. Normally they're virtual beers, but today they're real. So first of all, we're going to start off this a little bit differently to normal, and this is actually something that's very, very sad that happened recently. A very, very good friend of the community passed away very, very recently, Daniel de Oliveira, and for those of you who knew him, you'll know what a genuine man, a friend, and an amazing person for the Java community he was. And today, during this closing keynote, we're going to honor his life by giving him a standing applause. And this kind of happened in the UK in some of the sports venues, and whereby normally a 1 minute silence is noticed for someone who passes away. In the UK, we tend to do 1 minute's applause, which is more about the celebration of someone's life. And Daniel de Oliveira was the kind of person who has led such an amazing life that there is so much to celebrate in his life. So we have a slide deck courtesy of Bruno Souza from Brazil, who's a good friend of Daniel's. And if I could only ask you to please stand. And join me in celebrating Daniel de Oliveira's life. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And for those of you who do have any additional money that you have to spare, we don't want Daniel's legacy to go away since he's left us. So daniel.oliveira.org is the website you can go to donate some money, help to provide a longevity to his memory, and also help his wife Lucy, who is in obviously a very tough place right now. So yeah, cheers to Daniel.
Daniel.
Okay, so Trish.
Thanks for giving me the follow-up to that. Yes. Okay, moving swiftly on. Devoxx 2016 is almost over, apparently. I feel like I've only been here 3 minutes. What happened? All the content has been and gone already. And any notes that you put in here, I can't read because I don't have my glasses on. So at the end of this conference, where we had all this great material, all these great speakers, and all this stuff that we've experienced, what have we learnt from this conference?
Well, there's been a big theme around machine learning, and robots are going to just kill us, anytime soon now. But we've seen in the keynote that they still have a little bit of way to go. So let's try and see if we can do the reverse Turing test and see if a human can pass as a robot and see how that goes, right?
Let's do it.
So if you guys, who was at the opening keynote? Okay.
Oh, dear.
So this is Watson. This is Alexa. And so the Amazon Echo Alexa. And this is, what's the name of the robot?
Pepper.
Pepper.
Salt.
Hi.
And I'm Lucas, and I'm going to try to make this one work and ask him a question. Hi. Hold on. Damn. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Hi. What
Hi.
is... damn it. Hi. What is Devoxx?
Devoxx what?
Well, that's the point. What is Devoxx?
Let me ask my friend Watson. Devoxx what?
Well, Devoxx is a conference which is over 15 years old. It started in Belgium and was called Javopolis. It is now a global conference in the US, in France, in Morocco, in the UK, in Poland.
So you got the answer?
Devoxx conference.
Yes. Yes, that is conference. Big round of applause.
Hi.
Okay, let's make it a bit more difficult. So we're going to have this robot talking to Alexa, which is going to talk to Watson. So,
Hi.
what is the next president of the United States?
Hi.
Yeah. Okay. What is... that's the accent, the French accent. Let's do it. What is the president of the United States? Okay,
President,
that's
State,
working.
United.
President, State United.
Null.
No, yeah, that makes sense, right? Okay, so what do you think? Do we pass the inverse Turing test or do we not? Do we still have a little way to go?
Do it again.
Do it again.
I think Elon Musk and Bill Gates have got nothing to worry about for the next few years. We're okay.
Right, I'm going to get rid of this robe.
Yeah,
I'm
so
going to be
am I.
Darth Trish.
Oh my God, look, Oracle.
Darth Trish. Love it.
What's supposed to be on this slide?
I don't know. Is there some music? Let's turn that music up. It's the Death March.
It's a death match.
I am
Death
Darth
March.
Trish.
Oh my God, that can only mean one thing.
It must mean that Mark Reinhold is going to come up on the stage.
Yeah, you'll need
I thought you'd just given up already. We haven't even asked a question. It's like, no, this is silly.
You go, Mark, I'll put these here for you.
We will ask about Jigsaw.
So, as is traditional, every year we haul some poor, unexpecting, or maybe slightly expecting, Oracle employee who...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. we have a microphone now.
Is it on?
So every year we grab some poor unsuspecting Oracle employee who's extremely close to Java, and we ask them the deep and meaningful questions, the very difficult ones. So I'm going to start with the first question, Mark. You come from the California region, would that be correct to say?
The Republic of California, in fact.
You heard it here first. So
It's the sixth largest economy in the world.
Or
is it seventh?
Right now it is.
Heard rumors.
Just wait till Brexit Britain kicks off.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be taking that number 6 spot. So we're going to ask an easy question. What's the best vintage that has come out of the California wine region, in your humble opinion?
Martijn, are you sure you want to start this tough? This is a tough interview.
It is a tough interview. I'm starting with easing into a non-Java related question.
Raffinelli, Dry Creek, Zinfandel. The best recent vintage I just had, some 2011, was excellent.
Fantastic.
It was supposed to be a 2008, but it slipped 3 years. You're not going to come on next year, are you? I can see it in your eyes.
This is why we can't have nice things, Simon.
I know, this is what, yeah.
Moving on to the topic of Jigsaw. So I've played around with it. I think it's fantastic. I've worked through a book, an early access book from O'Reilly by Paul Backer, if he's here in the crowd, and one of his colleagues. So I've instantly seen the value of it. One of the concerns that myself and colleagues in the London Java community have spoken about is kind of the fear that framework and library authors in particular will lag in terms of modularizing their popular frameworks and libraries so that we can all take advantage of the new capabilities. Is there something that Oracle perhaps is planning to do on the educational front?
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
It's a fair answer. It's a fair answer.
1-1.
Is this something I or we or whoever is worried about? No. So part of the whole design is driven by the knowledge that not everybody's going to migrate at once, right? If we designed a module system like that, it would be stupid. Nobody would use it. So just as with generics, you could migrate your own code without having to wait for the libraries that you use to migrate to generics. The same is true with the module system. So there's this migration story. If you have an existing system, a bunch of jar files, you can migrate from the top down. You can migrate from the bottom up. If when your library suppliers migrate, you can take advantage of that, but you don't, in many cases, need to wait for them. So, yeah, there's a learning curve here, and we certainly don't expect everybody to adopt it right away. You've got to go learn some stuff and understand the benefits to get motivated to do it. But no, I wouldn't say we're particularly worried. It will not be the case that it gets adopted as quickly as, say, Lambdas, because Lambdas are kind of a point feature. You can leverage them really well in the small. You don't need to make a lot of big changes. Modules are a very different kind of beast.
Yeah,
and it's okay if it takes a few years for the ecosystem to get there.
Fair enough. I'm going to take a quick straw poll, actually. Who here in the audience has somehow modularized their app either through Maven modules, OSGI, JBoss modules, or some other similar homegrown system? Can you get a raise of hands? Okay, so I think the incentive is already there, which is a good sign. So
thank you.
That's quite good. So on to the next question.
Actually, can I make one more point on that one?
Go ahead.
Another speaker at this conference today made the assertion that at Java 9 and later that you will pretty much have to modularize your applications and your code. And I'm sorry, that's not true. If you want to stay on the class path, you can be a happy camper for the next 20 years.
Yeah, see, Java supporting backwards compatibility for 20-odd years.
20 more. And,
20 more.
Long past my death.
So I have
Java,
here...
or Java 11, as we might say.
That's probably 10.
10, maybe.
So I have here some plans which look suspiciously like the Death Star plans, but actually
there's a ventilator shaft, right?
There is, yeah. That's value types, I think. So a lot of Java developers died to get this information at great cost to the rebellion.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
So we're quite happy with what we've seen in the future. There's things like value types. There's the AOT coming into Java 9 and being enhanced further on. But there is one concern we have. We see the builder pattern being applied to a new core library class called Wall. Could you comment on that?
Is that named after Dick Wall?
Quite possibly, yes.
So, yeah, I guess I have heard a bit about this. Somebody thinks that we need to make Java great again, so we're going to build a wall around it.
That is what we're seeing
but
from
Java's
these
still great.
But
don't need to make it great again. And if I may say so, frankly, the United States is still great and does not need to be made great again.
There we go.
We just wanted to know who's going to pay for this world class, development
Sorry?
of it. Who is going to pay for the world class implementation?
I'm sure you can eventually find it in some jar file on Maven Central, source code on GitHub, and
operations
nobody's going to pay
always
for it. It's open source. It's free.
Yeah, I'm actually going to pass over to Darth Trish now. I think you had some questions about mentoring and.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
I don't have my notes.
I'll let you get through.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you some questions around your career. I think we talked a bit about them last week.
I've got my resume. Right.
Oh, great! You want a new job?
Well, no, I kind of like my job.
Just checking. You heard it here first. I keep confusing myself. It's the wine. I mean beer. It's obviously Belgian. Yes. So, what kind of made you want to get into technology? Did you want to, or did you just kind of accidentally fall into this thing?
Legos.
Buy your children Lego.
Yes.
Lots of it.
Well, I bought my daughter Legos, but she's not doing the same thing. Totally okay. No, I've had lifelong fascination since being a kid with building stuff. And of course, when you're a kid, when you're a kid now, you can do software, can't you? No, when I was a kid, quite a while ago, computers were these large things in data centers. There were no PCs even. Yes, this was a while ago. See the gray hair. So you built physical things, and that's what I did for a long time. And then eventually, around about middle school, got to start playing with computers, and it's like, oh, this is Lego on steroids, and it's all virtual, and I can, it's very plastic, and you can kind of do whatever you want and explore this whole universe, and that's how I got into software.
Did you find, were there like role models of people whose books you read, or people who had opinions who inspired you to come into it, or was it more just from the joy of building?
I would say at first it was more the joy of building. As time went on, of course, I developed my own heroes. I remember in high school saving my allowance for a while and then making a pilgrimage. This is my family and I lived outside of Philadelphia. Making a pilgrimage on the train into the city to the big bookstore and laying down my money to buy volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Knuth and carrying them home. I was very proud.
Yeah, that's very good.
And I still haven't read all the way through all of them. But
you own them, so the knowledge is going to be in your brain at some point, right? That's the point.
For a while, and then it falls out.
Yeah. That's why I've got all these books on my Kindle, because if I carry my Kindle around, the knowledge will end up in my brain. That's how it works, right?
It's so close.
Is that what this jack back there?
It's just plugged straight in.
Unless you're reading Bjarne Stroustrup's books.
Yep.
So Mark, I hate to pull a top Oracle engineer leader off stage on a keynote, but I think that seems to be what's happened over the last couple of years. So,
it's cool. I'm used to it.
So can we give a big round of applause to Mark? Great sport, and without Mark and Brian and his team, and their teams, Java really wouldn't be where they are today. So big thanks to them. So let's hear a bit about you. We've introduced ourselves. We've talked to Mark. Let's talk about which Java versions your guys are on. Let's embarrass people. Who is using... And look, Mark is almost straining his neck to see who's going to be on which versions. Who is using the latest and greatest Java 9?
Ooh, some people.
Brave new
A
world.
few. Brave people. Who's using it in production? Get out. Get out.
Don't do that.
It's called an early access build for a reason.
Who's on Java 8?
Oh,
Wow.
Entire audience. Applause.
Who is not on Java 8? Wow, that's pretty good. Right, let's name and shame. Who's on Java 7? Java 6?
There's almost more on 6 than 7.
Are we down to the ones yet? Or is that, no, Java 5.
Oh, nobody?
No one on 5.
There's
One,
a few.
two.
There's two there. Look, this guy's got 2 hands up. He's really proud to be on Java 5.
He's like, he got generics and that's all he needed for the rest of his life.
Why go forward when you've got generics? Java 1.4. Less than 1.4.
Who's working in defense?
You're going to have to shout.
Oh, but the 1.6 people, are you Android developers?
Yeah.
There you go then.
That
Explains everything.
Sorry
You
to
chose the dark side, you get what you deserve.
Let's talk about who you are in terms of where you're from. And I know Belgium is in Europe, but specifically Belgium. Let's have a cheer. Who's from Belgium?
Not that
One
many.
or two?
Yeah, exactly.
Who is from, and be brave, don't be embarrassed, who's from North America?
You can stay. You don't have to go back.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Belgium's a beautiful place. We have rain here.
We do.
It's cold.
We got beer, proper beer. Yeah, Canada.
Canada, yeah. Who's from Canada?
One Canadian.
And don't you live in Hungary? Why ever did you move, Kirk? You found the airport. Who's from Europe in general?
Do we count?
Actually, no, sorry. Europe excluding the UK, but including Scotland. Who's from Brexit UK excluding Scotland?
I don't want to be from Brexit UK.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it?
I'm from Spain, okay?
Who's from South America?
Ooh.
Well done.
People.
Long way to
Edson.
travel, good people.
Who's from Asia?
One hand at the back.
Stefan, we're going to have to work on this, Stefan. We need to work on this, yeah?
Yeah.
Australia!
Oh.
That's right, you
We
lost
need more
so badly to us in the
diversity,
rugby
Stefan.
that you decided to stay home.
From Africa! Bader! Stand up, Bader! Stand up! Let's everyone give Bader a round of applause for new Java champion, Bader!
So yeah, Stefan, some work to do on Geo
I'm fairly certain that Stefan's planning like Devoxx
everywhere.
Devoxx
Moon.
And I've just realised
Devoxx Mars with Elon Musk.
I'm on the wrong slide there.
It's under NDA right now. You cannot talk about it.
Now, we touched a couple of political things here. Brexit and North America, whatever's happening there. But there's a reason why this is happening. Do you know why Brexit happened?
I don't want to offer an opinion.
Who knows why Brexit happened? Shout out. Antonio.
Oh, this is so
Make
good.
sure the volume's good.
Does Antonio know
I
this is
need to
happening?
talk seriously to my British friends and warn them. I'm here to warn you. Bad things have happened in the past, and bad things might happen in the future.
Wow.
He is
a
the new
prophet.
Nostradamus.
Is he a prophet? What happened earlier this week?
Tonight, American people are voting for either Trump or Hillary. So if I go and say, maybe vote for Trump,
Oh, you've done it again. Last time you wore a hat as well. This is the
but
problem.
if I say vote for Trump and people don't like me and will do the opposite thing, they might vote for Hillary.
Maybe.
So if you really want
Antonio.
someone to blame, not that
Yeah.
I'm saying it's a good or bad thing, it's a bad thing. If you want someone to blame, Antonio.
By the way, he's already back, hidden somewhere in Paris. And
Yeah,
they don't do
he's
anybody.
already gone back.
When he
He's
found
in
out
the
this video
French
was being
resistance.
broadcasted, he ran.
So, Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump. Trish, let's talk about speed dating.
That's a transition.
Those days are
Segue.
gone.
You can tell we're all professionals here.
Oh, do we need to be professional? Too late.
You're remembering the times when we used to sit in the pub and I used to drink red wine and I used to talk about my dating woes. But let's not talk about that. We're going to do career speed
Where
dating.
this is going, please share.
We're doing career speed dating. We're going to talk about, we're not going to match you up with a new career. Some of you might be disappointed about that. We are going to do like 2-minute interviews with respected people in the community, or failing that, people we can find in the audience.
That's more likely. Yeah.
And we're not going to say who is who.
Well, yes, exactly.
Who's
We
which.
won't point it out. And we're going to do a few quick questions like we did with Mark about like how you got where you are today. And we're going to assume that you're happy with where you got today. So, yes, how many of these are we going to do? We're going to do,
We'll see.
well, until we're done, I guess.
Yeah, we have 19 minutes left, so
Until we see the audience
let's do
streaming
a
out the
few.
side.
Shall I just go around the audience and pick someone?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Pick the random victim. Who
Who
was foolish enough to sit in the front row? Bad idea.
Where are you going? He's
He's
leaving.
gone beyond the front row. Oh, he's gone one row back.
Oh, yeah, Simon.
You have 2 minutes, and I will time. When the buzzer goes off, so do you.
Right. Before I start, actually, I do need to correct somebody on something. Where's Mark? Yes. It's not Legos. Lego is a plural tantum. Therefore, it's like saying sheeps. So it's Lego.
Spot the grammar Nazi.
I'm so glad you did that. It's so nice to have English people on the stage. Only we won't be allowed to travel here soon because there'll be a wall around England as well. Anyway, what about Brexit? No. How did you get started? Why are you in technology?
Why am I in technology? Oh, that was my dad. Yes.
Okay, it was
yes,
his
it was
fault.
definitely my dad who got me into it because he was into technology. And so he bought our first home computer, which was a TRS-80. Anybody remember that? Oh, good. Okay, excellent. Yes, 16 kilobytes of RAM.
It's all
So
you
that's
live
how
and
I got
eat.
into technology, yes.
And did you start programming it because you wanted to program games, like most people, or?
Yes, I suppose I did, yes. Yes, it would have been games, but of course it didn't really have graphics, so it was more kind of like adventure games, text type things.
I love those ones. Go north. I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Pick up the hammer, hit the door, drop the hammer.
Exactly. And
It's
it
a
never
bit
did
like
what
the
you
Pepper
wanted. Yeah, exactly. Technology hasn't come that far, really, has it?
Well, we can put Watson behind it now.
So it can say, no, I don't know. Did you have any role models, like kind of encouraged you, or like either one-on-one, or just people you kind of looked up to and admired?
You're
You're on the
Bad
clock.
answer, bad
yeah,
answer.
yeah. Actually, no, I suppose it would have been like the sort of, not right at the very beginning, but sort of as I started my career, it would have been the people at WebLabs, so like Dennis Ritchie, Ken Thompson, Brian Kernighan, those people, yeah.
Did that evolve over time as you kind of like learnt more, or do you just kind of gather role models like,
Yes.
Pokemon?
Yeah, just to gather them along the way, yes. Yeah, so James Gosling would have been, another one.
I don't remember what the other questions
Oh,
were.
I can ask one. Favourite wine from the English wine region? And you've got a top mark. I mean, really, this is...
Yeah,
Blue
probably
Nun.
a Centimillion.
Cool.
Any other questions? I had like 5 questions. What were they?
That wasn't one.
Thanks for that. And your opinion on the Brexit?
I'll save your
And my
blushes.
opinion... Oh, no,
Oh,
yeah.
thank goodness.
Okay, yeah. I'll just say one more thing, actually. The robes that you were wearing, yeah, not so much Jedi, more kind of like the little Ewok.
That's what we were going for, actually.
There's a crick in
Right,
every
someone
audience.
else. A big thank you to Simon.
Thank you.
Yeah. Simon
Ray.
is now working for grammar.com.
There you go, my friend.
All right. Wow. Whoa.
Yeah, the lights are bright, aren't they?
Bright, I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's quite cool though, because you can't see the audience. You can just kind of pretend you're
I'll
talking
just
into your
look over
computer.
this way.
Yeah, it's like not intimidating at all, right? Because the thing is, they're all sat in those armchairs going, "Entertain me," and you're like, "No pressure."
That's why we got
what's
beer.
gonna
This is
happen.
additional, right?
Yeah.
This is just so that you can kind of like have your eyes following something while you drink the beer.
That's 20 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did we already start?
How did you get started in technology, or why?
When I was really young, my father actually worked in selling computers, so he actually had a chance to get a 286 back to the house. And that's when I started to play with the computers.
So this question is basically like, how old are you, right? So, which technology did you learn on? Oh, a 286. You must be quite young.
Yeah, it was basic. I was writing basic.
Very cool. And did you have any role models as you were coming into this, or like any physical people rather than like?
So when I started, I grew up in Taiwan, and it was literally just me and the computer, and there was nothing else. And, and I had to read books. Like, I didn't know anyone. I didn't really know anyone that's in the technology field back then. And I just had to read books, really. I don't remember anything I read. I just know. I didn't even read English at the time, but you have to type all the letters in alphabet, right? So that's the first time I learned how to type. And I don't know who actually wrote the book, to be honest. Yeah, but whoever wrote the book in Chinese was the person who I...
It's probably Venkat.
Yeah, would really help me. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe.
Venkat's abilities, they're many and varied and unbound.
Yeah.
Did over time, as your career grew and you came to conferences and met people and stuff, did you kind of accumulate role models like Pokemon, or or because I think a lot of us are kind of self-taught, or did you just kind of like depend upon your own experiences?
Stack Overflow. No, I'm just kidding. No, because when I first started, there was no internet, so I really had to just read. But then I think that I somehow got into Java. I don't know why. Before Java, I was Perl. So I was doing a lot of Perl. I still love Perl. It's only the unsafe dynamically typed language I liked. Yeah. There we go.
Thanks very much.
Big round of applause to Ray.
If you want a beer, you can take another beer. Okay.
By the way, I don't know. Many years from now, somebody's going to say on stage, I started with Minecraft. Think about it.
It'll all be good, Catherine. Don't you worry. There's like 3 people out there.
Don't look. The lights make it difficult to see anyone. It's fine. Okay. I might have to change up some of these questions now, because now everyone's heard the questions in advance. No, it's fine. Don't worry.
Ask the hard questions now.
Ask the hard questions like, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? I don't know. Like, where does Mark see himself in 5 years' time? Probably still trying to get Jigsaw out the door. I'm sorry.
Brutal.
He's not even on stage now.
Anyway, moving swiftly on.
25
Hello,
seconds.
introduce yourself, please.
Hello, I'm Catherine Beaumont. I work for Voxx.
Excellent. And so how did you get into technology? Programming specifically, I guess.
So my older brother, Ben, he was doing loads of QBasic games, pretty much the adventure games like Pick Up the Hammer, Go
Hit
North,
the Goblin.
Go South. Yeah, and it kind of grew from there. And then I didn't do anything for about maybe 15 years to do with technology. I went to this kind of technology void where I was like, no, I'm going to study maths and kind of ignore everything. And then I needed a job.
As so often happens.
You heard it here first. Mathematicians can't find jobs.
And actually, I tried to be a lawyer, and then funding issues, money, self-funding's horrible.
It's not the fact that you met some lawyers and decided no. You could work for Oracle.
I'm cool, thanks.
Trisha's on a roll today.
Oh dear, it's the wine. I'm sorry, I put it down. I won't drink anymore.
Put the wine away.
I'm so sorry. It's because I missed Devoxx last year. I've got like lots of jokes to get. So you could have been a lawyer, but you decided it's too expensive.
Pretty much. I was working like 3 jobs at one point. I had a job in a liqueur shop for when things were really bad. And then a restaurant in the evenings, and then a chocolate shop where if you dropped the chocolates, you couldn't sell them to the customers.
Oh, did you put on a lot of weight? I would have done. Ooh, chocolate. Drop that. Thank you.
Mine.
And then I thought, you know what, I really enjoyed it.
We'll never know.
Oh, we'll never know. You should write a blog post about that. Thank you very much.
I'm so sorry.
Simon is going to become the most unpopular MC on the planet.
Yeah, I am.
I feel a bit incomplete now. I don't know the end of that story.
OCD people, live with it.
So I don't know if you guys know, but there is something called Java Champions, and from the outside looks kind of a sect. So I know there is a few here, so please come on stage, and we're going to discuss about what you guys are even doing.
Come on stage, Java Champions.
Come on, come on.
Wow.
Look at all of them coming out of the woodwork. It's almost like...
Oh, wow.
They're admitting a problem. The first stage is acceptance.
This is like an AA meeting.
And also, let's invite Cassandra up on stage.
Yay.
So,
Cassandra is the Java Champion Program Coordinator, and she's amazing. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Where's Linda? Linda. Where are the ladies?
So,
Where's
first
Linda,
question
Regina?
is, what is a Java champion?
A Java champion.
Okay, no, that's kind of self-reference. Okay, fine.
Who were?
Somebody who fills up the mail alias.
I don't want to answer this one because...
I've got the second mic for anyone. Oh, no.
Someone who likes basically bashing Oracle, I guess.
No, that's you, Kirk.
Someone that's involved with the community that loves Java and wants to make the things a better place.
Yeah, somebody who just champions the Java and talk all good things, bad things about it, and really passionately believe in it.
It's someone who works daily Java and try to improve it every day.
Okay. All right.
Someone who passionately cares about Java, wants to do right by it for the whole world.
Okay, yeah. we're going to do we're going to do sampling because you guys are kind of a lot. But you're a special case because you're a Microsoft MVP and a Java champion. What the heck?
Traitor!
It happens. Yeah, it happened. Yeah.
So we know Java is better, but how much better it is? You do have the experience on both sides, so.
Okay, in fact, I'm MVP on Azure because I helped Microsoft to build their Java support on the Azure platform. So that's why they gave me the title too. So I'm all for Java. I'm just helping other people that didn't like that much Java to keep using it. Yeah, it's a different word.
Okay. So what do Java champions do or are supposed to do?
We spend a lot of time emailing people and moaning about things.
So emailing each other or emailing also the outside world?
No, each other.
No, in all seriousness, though, so in 2017, the Java Champions program is going to engage in a year-long initiative. Every week, we're going to pick a different topic to champion Java, and it might be something along the lines of submitting pull requests from just about every Java champion into some random unsuspecting Java project, all the way to doing things like running Devoxx for Kids Java tutorials in their hometowns and cities. So if you would like to get involved in actually, instead of talking about doing stuff for Java, actually practically doing something for Java, then we'd love for you to come and join us and start tackling some of these issues we have in our ecosystem.
Or if you've got something you specifically... It's getting a slow applause, but it's getting an applause.
It's in there, yeah.
Or if you've got a particular thing you want us to campaign for that you think is really important, then do let us know because, more is like there's 52 weeks next year.
So I think Java has been kind of a sharing community very much from the get-go, in a very chaotic way, I guess, like any community. So in some ways, you're kind of trying to keep the momentum pushing. Is that how you see yourself, or?
Yeah, very, very much so, I think. Certainly in terms of things like, where Java EE stalled briefly, I think the Java Champions community was one of many communities who came together to help push that forwards. NetBeans, another example. I think Java 8, some of the testing and efforts around Java 8 to help get it out the door was partly done by the Java Champions and then pushing it out and helping out with the testing effort in particular. And we'd like to see that. The first thing we're actually going to work on week 1 will be Java 9 testing. So we're going to encourage ourselves and everyone here and everyone in the broader ecosystem to take Java 9 for a test run and give all the feedback to those poor, unsuspecting Oracle engineers and other engineers who are working on OpenJDK and submit 1 million bug reports.
Yeah.
Because every engineer loves to have like a flood of bug reports come in from users. Exactly.
No, this is very important. There is, I think, too few people, pounding on Java 9, and it's sometimes a bit of a rocky situation, but they listen to the input and they go for it. Maybe one last.
I'll take the one last question actually, because we've got to move on.
ahead.
I want to involve Cassandra. If we can get the mic to Cassandra. So she was trying to hide. I saw her in the corner of my eye. So Cassandra, if people want to know more about who the Java champions are, how they can get involved, talk to Java champions, help Java champions, get Java champions to help their communities, where do people need to go to get more information about Java community?
So the URL, the exact URL is escaping me, but if you go to community.oracle.com and then search on Java Champions, we do have an external-facing space that will have, we are going to start doing a weekly blog that kind of correlates all the content that the JCs are doing every week. And then we're also going to, the various initiatives that come out, we're going to have information there as well.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
There's also
There is actually also an official Twitter account for the Java champions. It's called Java_champions, because you might have seen other Java champion altogether. That's not the right one.
And I wanted to say, Stefan has created a website where we reference the Java champions and the jugs in the world. So when you're somewhere, you can have a look and just see if. Do you know the URL by heart?
It's on Vox.com. It's on Vox.com. So there you can find a map, and you can see all the Java champions, the Java user groups, all the Java events, etc.
And that tracks people, yeah? You can see where any Java champion is at any time.
Yeah, there's a cluster of us here now.
Yeah. Big thank you to all the Java champions.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so there are a couple of other champions we need to say a big thank you to. Ray Sang and Louis Jacomet. Are you there? Please stand up. And these are Devoxx champions.
Yay. What is a Devoxx champion?
A Devoxx champion is someone who hates their home so much they have to go to every single Devoxx in the year. And both Ray and Louis have been speakers at DevoxxUK, Devoxx France, Devoxx Poland, Devoxx Belgium, and Devoxx Morocco. So big thank you to Ray and to Louis. And this is the Devoxx Huntley. Who's been playing Devoxx Huntley this week? About 4 people. Well,
those 4 people.
Are you on the list of 5? You 4?
Stefan, next year, work there. Yeah, good.
Yeah. So those are the winners: BPB, Andy R. Bell, Nickel Hain. Wow, the first day contest and the second day contest were very, very similar, weren't they? Okay. I'm sure that's just coincidence.
Could there be a bug or a coincidence?
Yeah, that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
So a massive thank you from the Java Council. Before, please, if you're walking out now, you two that are walking out, you have to pay for your beers on the way out, please.
Yeah.
Okay. So before you go, I really want to say some big thank yous. So thank you first of all to all the speakers who made Devoxx possible, because the content this year has once again been one of the best conferences in the world. Thank you very much to the PC, the program committee, who made the content, made the program up.
Yeah. It's not an easy job.
No, it's not easy.
Thank you to the volunteers in the Devoxx team. If the entire Devoxx team could stand up.
Yay!
Massive thank you to the entire Devoxx team.
You deserve it.
Thank you to the Devoxx sponsors, which has made those amazing baguettes we have at lunch possible.
No one wanted to clap the baguettes.
Thank you to the AV teams that make the speaker's life so much easier. And thank you to the extended Devoxx family as well, Vox.com and all the Vox days that are across the world. Stefan, please come up. The biggest thank you has to go to Stefan for organising the entire conference. Come here, man.
15 years today.
Without Stefan, this would just be, I don't know, JavaOne maybe.
Yeah, or more
chaos.
Where do you see yourself in 20 years, Stefan?
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 20 years?
Yeah, exactly.
In an early grave.
I mean, I'll be so happy tomorrow
She's on
evening.
fire.
Yeah, thanks, Trish.
Sorry.
Yeah, she's an equal opportunity
This
destroyer.
wine.
Yeah.
There's a
I don't
bin over here,
discriminate.
there's wine's going in it. I mean, it's just...
And also a massive, massive thank you to all the attendees. That makes Devoxx such an amazing
it's a special conference.
Okay, the final things to say. YouTube has all the last 3 days of sessions already up on YouTube, and the channel is...
Devoxx. Yeah,
As
just go to
easy
Devoxx.
as that. I could have guessed that, couldn't I?
Tomorrow evening, everything will be online, so you'll be able to enjoy all the talks you missed during the weekend.
Awesome. And the final last things that we'll say is, I hope you enjoyed the beer. Please, 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 we're allowed to have beer in this room because we all agreed to pick up the bottles or caps, if you have any caps, take them back outside and put them back in the crate. So please do grab your bottle, and if you walk past another unattended bottle, pick that up and put it in the crates.
Every bottle you leave behind, a puppy dies.
Yeah. And that's true, because the mood Trish is in right now, she will do it personally.
How many sadistic people in the room?
So thank you very much, everyone, for an amazing Devoxx, and see you next year.